Today, NDC presidential candidate Peter Obi rolls out agenda and his plans for Nigeria ahead of the 2027 presidential election campaign. What is Rainbow Coalition? Nyesom Wike today is boasting of opportunity and a larger chance of Bola Tinubu's re-election in a Rainbow Coalition arrangement. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, this Friday. Welcome everyone to what becomes a very major conversation in our political life in our country today. So take a seat everyone, and let's begin. Some of the breaking news that we're following for you is the uncovering of yet another fake federal agency. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Offences Commission, the ICPC, today has come out to say it has uncovered what it describes as another fake agency in office operating under the name National Brand Development and Made in Nigeria Special Project Office. They said a lawful agency had been illegally allocated office space within the premises of the Office of the Secretary to the government of the Federation. Some visitation to the presidential villa. President Bola Tinubu today received the candidates of the APC in the just concluded August 15 governorship election in Osun State. Dr. Bola Oyebamiji today has visited President Bola Tinubu after the election where he came second in the race.
To run every election with a peaceful mind. It is important for us that we Nigerians have to know that government is about people, and it's about people, and it's about people. And because it's about people, it is important that we need to be peaceful. And I want to appeal to our people in Osun that they need to be peaceful. For now, the APC is still examining the books, and by the time we spread our sheet, we'll be able to get back to the public and what our own opinion and what decisions we want to take. But the take home is that they should be calm. They should be calm, and I want to advise the governor too that it's important for him to talk to his people. Violence is against our people. It's not too good, and he needs to talk to them so that each and every one of us can be on the same page. Even as at this morning, in my own village, Ikire, some were attacked, about 4 or 5 people were attacked. We have informed the security operatives accordingly.
Mr. Bola Oyebamiji there, the APC governorship candidate in Osun State. So much more to tell you. I'm going to give you an understanding of the direction in which Mr. Peter Obi, the NDC presidential candidate, says it will go, and its policies, agenda, plans for if he wins the election of 2027. But let me first and foremost give you an understanding of what is happening in other parts of the country in your political roundup stories.
The federal government has declared Tuesday, August 25, a public holiday in honor of this year's Eid al-Mawlid, a day set aside in remembrance of the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Announcing the holiday on behalf of the federal government, the Minister of Interior, Honorable Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, extended warm felicitations to Muslims in Nigeria and across the world. He adds that the period should serve as a time for collective prayer for the peace and cohesion of the country, noting that national unity remains a shared responsibility. And the Chief of Defense Staff General Olufemi Oluyede is calling for stronger collaboration between the military and retired personnel in the Northeast, emphasizing that veterans' experience and community networks could significantly enhance intelligence gathering and national security. General Oluyede made the call during the Chief of Defense Staff engagement meeting with military veterans in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. The Nigeria Police Force is set to develop a comprehensive security roadmap for the 2027 general elections at its 6th conference and retreat for senior police officers scheduled to hold in Owerri, Imo State. The 3-day conference, built for September 21 to the 23rd, is themed Developing a Nigeria Police Roadmap for Effective Management of Security During Elections. The Force's Public Relations Officer, Annie Iniedu, disclosed this at a press conference in Abuja. He explained that the Force is partnering with private organizations to mobilize sponsorship for the conference. One of the organizers, Mr. Sheena Phillips, describes the initiative as part of the organization's contribution to supporting the Nigeria Police Force, while urging Nigerians to support the police in the discharge of their constitutional responsibility of protecting lives, property, and maintaining public order. The spokesperson of the Mole Campaign Council, Mr. Pelumi Olajenbesi, says Governor Ademola Adeleke's visit to President Bola Tinubu is a normal courtesy call and had nothing to do with the defection to the APC. Mr. Pelumi, who disclosed this while briefing newsmen in Abuja, says the governor visited the president to show respect for the office and commend him for providing a level playing field during the Osun polls. He notes that Governor Adeleke used the meeting to advocate for stronger democratic institutions and urged the president to support efforts to unite the people of Osun State and heal political divisions. According to him, Adeleke's victory was a reflection of the people's confidence in his administration and achievements in infrastructure and welfare, stressing that Adeleke has no plans to join the APC, describing such speculation as impossible.
We reckon with the fact that it is important that the president gives direction for democracy and to allow independent institutions to function very well. So Mr. Governor was with Mr. President to commend him for allowing a free level playing ground in Osun State.
An election observer organization, Kimpact Development Initiative, has said 7 election-related violence incidents were recorded across 10 local government areas of Osun State during the August 15, 2026 governorship election, with more than 44 victims recorded. The organization explains that the incidents, which included gunshots, physical assaults, intimidation and harassment, were documented through its election day data room established to coordinate and analyze reports from accredited observers deployed across the state. The executive director of Kimpact, Mr. Bukola Idowu, made this observation at the post-election analysis conference for the Osun State governorship election in Abuja. According to the organization, gunshots, physical assaults and intimidation each accounted for 5 of the verified incidents, representing 29.4% each, while harassment accounted for 2 incidents, representing 11.8%.
So much, everyone, that you have it, your political roundup story. So let me tell you what happened today. One of the biggest stories in the land is the NDC presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, coming out to talk about his agenda and his policy direction. Today, he's challenged all presidential candidates ahead of the 2027 election to present their credentials, defend their records, and subject their plans for the country to public scrutiny. Mr. Obi today made the call at a press conference to kick-start the party's campaign, saying candidates seeking to lead Nigeria must have the courage to engage directly with citizens and answer questions about their records and vision. Take a listen to Peter Obi earlier today.
The 2027 election must be guided by competence, capacity, compassion, character, and commitment. Our campaign will focus on urgent concerns of Nigerians and not on ethnicity or religion. Nigerians must reject and disregard any campaign driven by propaganda. As my team and I travel across, we will listen to Nigerians, understand their needs and concerns, and assure them that we have the competence, character, compassion to lead and reset Nigeria for benefits of all. Nigeria deserves leaders who will engage them, listen to their concerns, present clear solutions to unite the country, defeat insecurity, pull people out of poverty, every candidate must be willing to present their credentials, defend their records, and subject their vision to open scrutiny. No candidate should hide behind the high walls of power, send proxies or surrogates to do the hustling, and expect Nigerians to entrust them with leadership of their country. Every candidate that seek the presidency must have the courage to come before the people, answer their questions, defend their records, and subject their vision to public scrutiny. Today, I make a clear commitment that I and Senator Rabi Kwankwaso will take our message directly to Nigerians. We will listen to them, understand their concerns, and engage them openly. We will not delegate this duty to process. We will answer the questions, defend our record and character, and present our plan to rebuild Nigeria. I commit to commencing the journey of resetting Nigeria by uniting it, securing it on the path of economic and inclusive growth, and moving our country from consumption to production.
Right, that's the presidential candidate of the NDC, Mr. Peter Obi. Now, we're also monitoring for you what earlier the issue of Rainbow Coalition, what it means in the next election cycle. The Minister of the FCT, Mr. Nyesom Wike, is promising that President Bola Tinubu will receive a larger chunk of support from across the board, which he calls the Rainbow Coalition. Is that the political realignment ahead of the 2027 general elections will produce a larger pool of support for President Bola Tinubu's re-election. It was today during an inspection of projects in the FCT, reacting to the recent visit of Osun State Governor-elect Ademola Adeleke to President Tinubu. The minister says the engagement with President Tinubu was a sign of the emergence of what he described as a larger Rainbow Coalition in support of President Tinubu's re-election bid.
What has happened last night is a meeting to review the larger Rainbow Coalition. And he's supporting Mr. President. It's a different party. I'm supporting Mr. President. I'm in a different party. So it's a larger Rainbow Coalition. I told you that 2027 election will be the most easiest election. I have told you. I'm not all those agencies who are talking about, oh, they helped Adeleke to win things. They have seen that they have already just wanted to go and harvest where they never planted. You know. So Adeleke is fully supporting Mr. President. And so we had to meet last night and encourage ourselves to continue. And the next few weeks, watch what is going to happen. You will see the larger Rainbow Coalition in this country. And that's why I said this election is like concluded. It's like concluded. So that's what anybody can do. You know, I don't know where Dele Mamuli will be now. Every time you see him on television, he was born in Ife. He had a letter, he was born in Ife, thinking that will make Adeleke to come to their side. Sorry, Adeleke belongs to us, and we all belong to Mr. President.
And perhaps it's no longer news for you, those who are wondering where exactly does the president stand in terms of the criticism about his policy. It's really coming from one of the major contenders in the race, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, who has said the policy of the president has dragged a lot of Nigerians into the poverty pool. And this was the president's reaction to Atiku Abubakar's statement on a possible reversal if he wins the election of the fuel subsidy removal policy. Take a listen to President Bola Tinubu yesterday when he got a visit from Senator Ademola Adeleke.
It's the wish of God that prevailed and the wish of the people followed. And And you are in a very, very unique position to make history.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Promote unity, peace, and stability. Use it. He's a progressive. All you are doing now is progressive instinct. And you did a very good mobilization with your team. Very good job. You saw fear, you screamed.
Thank you, sir.
Promote democracy, promote stability, promote rule of law. Don't stigmatize any of your opponent. Okay, let's look at the trajectory of the history. I saw one of my opponents now say he will go back to subsidy. I read it. That is demonstration of a serious ignorance on governance and economy. Before I came here, 27 states are unable to pay salaries. Not to even talk of pensioners, salary of workers. In your state, I know a man that raised, whose nickname half salary. They come to the federal, cap in hand, unable to do anything. The salary you pay feeds families. Where are the local governments? They are in the states. Where are the concentration of population? They are in the states. Take out the president. Regard every other person as common men. They have families to feed. The infrastructure you embark upon, on the road network, housing, school rehabilitation, hospital, healthcare pronouncements, resuscitation of healthcare, training of teachers, training of F workers.
President Bola Tinubu there defending some of his projects and his policies. Well, I'll take you to a very, very tricky and a very interesting political scenario playing out in Nigeria. Tonight, we're looking at a major crack which is unfolding in Kwara's political structure. In Kwara State, the ruling political establishment is now experiencing a shaky grounds. We've now seen Senator Saliu Mustapha, one of the leaders of the APC in Kwara State, walking out of the All Progressives Congress APC. He's tendered his resignation and has abandoned the party and moved to the PDP, a party he says he helped to build. He's accusing the leadership of the party in the state of abandoning the principles of collective unity and internal democracy and falling short on integrity, competence, and accountability. His resignation comes in the bitter aftermath of the APC primaries and the succession battle that has exposed deep divisions among some of the party's most influential figures, raising difficult questions about Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak's management of the party, the future of the political coalition that powered the Otoge revolution, and whether a fractured Kwara APC could become a problem for President Bola Tinubu's re-election calculations in 2027. So is Senator Mustapha living on principles, or because the politics no longer favors him, has he merely left the APC in Kwara, or has he also left President Tinubu? He's here to defend himself. Senator Saliu Mustapha, Senator representing Kwara Central in the National Assembly, is live for us here in our studio. Senator, Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Well, thank you, Shehu.
Yeah. You dumped your baby because you are one of those who built the Otoge revolution in Kwara State. You are one of those who made Kwara come back to prominence. And now you've jumped ship. What led to this resignation?
Well, thank you once more, Shehu, and good evening, viewers. Shehu, I'm sure if anybody will write the history of Kwara politics today, I think you are one person that everybody must come to for certain informations because you are from Kwara too.
Yeah, I am from Kwara.
Thank you. And before I go too far, I have not dumped President Tinubu. Like the Honorable Minister of FCT said, this Rainbow Coalition has extended to Kwara too. That is part of what you are seeing. And that is why it was deliberate to have picked the PDP as our platform. And it is not just Senator Saliu Mustapha. It is as a result of the coalition of, we call it TOP, the Otoge Progressives, which came about from the formation of the G15 and other aspirants with the Elder Caucus who have all felt alienated from the way and manner Abdurrahman Abdrazak is running the APC in Kwara.
For clarity's sake, G15 is a group of governorship aspirants who ran in the primaries but couldn't get a ticket. So you formed a group, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So including yourself, Professor Suleiman, Ambassador Yaya Seriki.
Professor Suleiman is not part of it.
He's not part of it.
Yes. Myself, the likes of Ambassador Abdul Fattah Yaya Seriki, Senator Olori Egbe, S.A.N. Dele Belgore. You have the likes of Alhaji Muhyiddin. You have the likes of Alhaji Salako. Dr. Salako. You have the likes of Senator Senator Lola Shiru, Senator Sadiq Umar, Honorable Bio, Honorable Yinka Aluko, who are all serving National Assembly members.
All of them, are they still in the APC?
Well, like I said, this is a rainbow coalition that has given birth to my leaving the APC to get the ticket of the PDP Kwara Central senatorial seat.
So you are the PDP Kwara Central candidate?
Yes.
As we speak?
As a result of substitution process,
okay.
Not as a result of participating in the primaries.
So they gave you a waiver?
Yes.
And they gave you the ticket by means of substitution?
Exactly.
And you have now been enrolled and registered?
Definitely.
As a candidate of the... so you are now effectively with Bukola Saraki in Kwara State?
Well, if you say so, but I'm with PDP as a party.
Bukola Saraki is the leader of the PDP?
Yes, there's nothing wrong about that. He's the leader because, of course, I did not join PDP from inception. So I have joined them now, and there's a structure, and we're all working together. The most important thing is, if you look at Bukola's politics today, Bukola is not contesting for anything. He's neither contesting for Senate or governorship. Bukola is also supporting the Rainbow Coalition that will enrich President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's chances.
So Bukola Saraki is also a supporter of President Bola Tinubu?
Definitely.
Although they are not from the same political party?
Yes, just like the Honorable Minister of FCT.
Okay. Give us an understanding of, and I asked this question which you probably not answered, whether or not everyone in G15 is now a member of the PDP, or some people are still in the APC.
Well, I will tell you categorically, every member of the G15, every member of the Elders Caucus, every member of TOP, the Otoge Progressives, are all favorably disposed to working for the candidates in the PDP today, for reasons being that, one, if you could remember, before the primaries, Kwara State, which is more or less a civil service state, if I'm not mistaken, had the highest number of aspirants in APC. House of Assembly, we had 160-something. Governorship, we had about 16, 17 aspirants. House of Reps, 64. Senate, 15. If there has been proper management and proper sense of belonging or consultation, we wouldn't have gotten to this level. And that is why all of us unanimously decided that so many parties discussed with us, offered us platform, but we looked at the most friendly party and the number one, or let's say the number one party outside APC supporting President Tinubu's ambition or presidential bid is PDP, the Wike-led faction. That was why we decided to partner with them so as to bring an end to the new dynasty or shenanigans about to brew his head in Kwara.
So it is, this fight is against Abdulrazak Abdulrahman.
Precisely.
But you're still supporting Bola Tinubu.
100%.
And this, you think, could hurt the chances of the sitting speaker, who is a candidate of the APC. And yes, all of you are aggrieved because the governor prevailed and had the speaker as a candidate. Is that right?
Without consultation.
Okay, that's the grievances.
Yes.
But are you...
And without proper democratic context.
But there are signals that the speaker is the choice candidate from the villa. Are you aware?
No, nothing like that. The villa did not endorse Danladi as the candidate for us. Nothing like that.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure because I'm an active participant in this process.
Okay.
So the villa did not endorse.
So what really happened? In one breath, the governor declared Ambassador Yaya Seriki as the candidate of the party. Less than 48 hours, the speaker was announced. What happened?
Now, let me tell you the intrigue that happened there. All along, I was the preferred candidate. And the governor had to push. And you see, from the APC constitution, the governors are the leaders of the party in the state. And when a governor does not want a particular candidate, he will go all the way to make sure he demarcates that candidate. All along, Ambassador Yaya Seriki, S.A.N. Dele Belgore, Senator Olori Egbe, name it, any other person you see, especially from the central, the governor encouraged their participation so as to stop Saliu Mustapha, because we are from the same constituency. Yes. So as soon as the signal was that I was the most preferred candidate, even by endorsement and by the people's will, he made sure, he said, look, I want to take this thing to Kwara North. You are from Kwara, Shehu. Kwara has never been governed by rotation. It's about who is the preferred or who is the best material. That's how we've always produced our candidates in Kwara. But he came up with this idea that he wants rotation. And you see people keep on mistaking this. They say Kwara North has never had an opportunity. No. Shaba Lafiaji was a governor before.
That was pre-Fourth Republic.
No,
that was the last time. And there are those who argue, Senator, that for some reasons there's actually been some kind, either deliberate or not, Saraki has tried it and it's worked to an extent. Well, Saraki is from Central.
Yes.
And the successor to Saraki is from the South.
Yes.
And afterwards, Central got it back again in the person of Governor Abdulrazak. And there are those who think that how can Central again be the next governor of Kwara State? That it is only probity for a Kwara northern person to be the next governor of Kwara State. Don't you think?
Now, Shehu, with all due respect, like I said, Kwara has not been driven by rotation. It's about competence. Now, if it's about rotation, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak will not be there as a governor today because he contested the second election with Shaibu Yaman, who is from Kwara North. The Kwara Northerners voted Abdurrahman just because they believe that he was more competent than Shaibu Yaman.
But you remember, Senator, that the circumstance around Abdulrazak Abdurrahman's emergence at the time was not because of anything, was just because they wanted Saraki and Saraki dynasty, a political family, out of the equation. That was the fundamental. And that was where the Otoge... And what is Otoge? Otoge means enough is enough. Of what? Of Bukola Saraki.
Listen.
And the Saraki political dynasty.
Let me correct you. In 2019, Abdurrahman ran against Abdulrazak Atunwa, the former speaker of Kwara. In 2023, he ran against Shaibu Yaman from Kwara North. So it's just to tell you that Kwara North has always presented a candidate. But unfortunately, and with all due respect, you have to look at the demography, you have to look at the vote pattern there. People always come with this mischievous argument that Kwara gives so percent of votes. Kwara is the most divided senatorial district in Kwara, whereby within that senatorial district, you have several ethnic nationalities. Now, when you have such, it's difficult for them to come together as one. That has been a minus for them. Now, more importantly, Kwara Central has just one language, one ethnic understanding, and predominantly one religion. So it gives them an advantage over the other two.
Some of you have Fulani. Some of you have Fulani. Some of you have Fulani traces. If you go to the core of the Ilorin and in the Emirates side, there are a lot of people with Fulani traces. There are a lot of people who are purely Yoruba and they speak Yoruba language.
The beauty of it is that the general language in Kwara Central is Yoruba. One. Two, and the beauty of Kwara as a state is that we are interwoven. Even you from the south, I can assure you, you have certain relationship and ties with Kwara Central.
Of course.
So now somebody can say, Shehu also has a Fulani extension or he has the Gambari extension. No, Kwara is a unique state. What we are calling for is, look, let us, it's a peaceful state. Let us move on the basis of competence.
The only offense Abdulrazak Abdurrahman has committed is that he did not consult according to the standards of G15 and the rest.
When you say according to the standard, it's like we're shifting the goalposts to suit us. No, we're saying this is an irreducible standard.
So the governor never had a meeting with any of the candidates?
Not at all.
Before Danladi emerged?
Not at all.
No consultation?
No consultation. Sheung, I'm a serving senator. You can also find out from the other two senators, and you can find out from the other House of Rep members. We have never had an opportunity to sit with our governor on even how to run or to collaborate together.
So you've not told me, as an insider, what happened? Yahya Seriki was announced. Now, and 48 hours later, Danladi was announced as a candidate.
I was about landing on that point. When he saw that there was no way that Saliu Mustapha will not emerge, he encouraged every other person from Central, always instigating them. Why are you sitting down? Why must you sit down and allow Saliu Mustapha to come and contest? Is it his birthright? Contest against him. He did this, and as God will have it today, all these active participants are now on the same page with me against the governor. Is it possible for Saliu Mustapha to be bad, Lola Shuru to be bad, Sadiq to be bad, Senator Lurebe? So everybody is bad.
This was mostly about you.
Yes, that's one. Two, now, immediately he saw that the party nationally was favoring a central candidate because of the numbers and the advantage it will give. Immediately he pushed Yahya Seriki to the point of saying, you must contest against your brother. Yahya Seriki is my brother. We are from the same, in fact, not more than 3 minutes walk, our family compounds. And we're even related in one way or the other. Now, immediately he pushed Yahya Seriki out to say it is central. Immediately he saw that he had the opportunity to manage whatever will happen in the state. He pulled out his joker. And we've always said it, his joker has always been the speaker. But we did not give us an opportunity, consult with us. Let's even have a free and fair primaries whereby we can. And you see, I'm not against Danladi as a person, but let us look at the best. But bring it down to the level of...
A primary was conducted.
Shehu, I'm sure so many people have come here, and from your research as an investigative journalist, you know what happened. It was a sham primaries.
What are the imperfections that you know?
Now, you announced that primaries will start after the Jumat prayers. And you know, Kwara as a state is one of those states that, or you know that the religious side of Kwara, the people don't joke with it. People went to mosques, be you any of the sect, be you in any sect of Islam, Juma prayers, end of it will be about 2:30. You said the primaries took place and results were announced by 4 o'clock. from your own part of Kwara, how fast can they bring results, even if they are typing it, even if they are sending it via WhatsApp or anything? When will the agents will have arrived for them to do the coalition?
So you think the primary was a sham?
It was a sham.
Did you contest it?
Now, the governor, because he didn't want a Saliu Mustapha, he did it in such a way that they just announced names and figures of who they wanted. And I was just laughing over all this. You see, we did everything for Abdurrahman to sit with us. Let's have an understanding. It's our state. Listen, Shehu, this decision I took is not just a Saliu Mustapha's decision. The entire group of top, the Otoge progressives, had an agreement, a meeting, and sharing formula with the PDP and said, look, Mustapha, we are presenting you as our choice for the Senate. So I'm representing a group of people. I'm not here just for my individual aggrandizement.
So this is not about you being defeated and you are sour and you are bitter about it.
Not at all.
And you want to fight back because you couldn't get it.
Not at all. We just want to we want to go back and set the foundation properly, such that you were talking of Bukola earlier. Bukola of some years ago is not same Bukola today. And I'm sure he has learned his own lesson. So if Abdurrahman is carried away with the maybe exigency of office now, we want to set it, we want to go back to a replay and go back to a reset mood, such that not just Abdurrahman, not just Bukola, not Saliu Mustapha, anybody that finds himself there.
So you'll be running against Abdurrahman. Is the candidate of the APC for the Central Senatorial District.
Exactly.
And you are going to be on the ticket, on the ballot for the PDP.
Exactly.
But you made a promise, didn't you, in 2022 that you will not run again?
Now, Shehu,
did you?
On the particular understanding.
Was it true? This document that surfaced that you signed up to. So I wanted to confirm whether or not this was you.
That was not the document I signed. Now, Shehu,
but did you sign any document that you are not going to run?
I will tell you now. What's my name? Saliu Mustapha, not Soliu. So in the bid of trying to rephrase and to prepare something for themselves, they misspelled my name. I have an address. I'm the Turaki of Ilorin. I cannot be Turaki of Ilorin if I have not paid my dues to the community. So if I'm signing a document, I don't know how to write my address. There's no address on that document. I don't know how to spell my own name. So unfortunately, Abdurrahman cannot come here and hold the Quran and swear by it that I sat with him to sign an agreement.
But did you have a?
I will give you the history of that now, very briefly. One of his, I would say, also a family or a very close confidant of theirs, came to me and said, look, we are threatened about your popularity and we want to reserve Senate seat for the Abdrazak family. In particular, one Dr. Gali. I said, what do you mean by that? He said, we are aware that you want to go for governorship after Senate. I said, yes, if I'm going for governorship and any of the Abdrazak family wants the Senate, it's as easy as that now. We support each other. He said, fine, if it's so, let's have some understanding. I said, okay. The original document which I signed was, I said, in the bid of my contesting for a higher position, I am ready to go for Senate for just one term. And that's why from day one, it was governorship I said I was looking for. Now, the party, APC, gave Abdurrahman a condition that pick Senate or governorship. Initially, he said he has picked governorship. He did not come up with any fraudulent document like this. After 2, 3, 4 weeks, he now came back to renege. He's claiming that I reneged on an agreement. No, he did. He now came back to say, I have an agreement with him that I will only run for Senate for once. Let's even take it that I said I will run for Senate for once. Does that stop me from running for governorship? Why did he have to go out to frustrate?
But did you have any agreement with him that you're going to get the ticket for governorship?
That was what I'm telling you.
Was it an outright? Was it a straightforward
That was
agreement?
the understanding that I will go for Senate for once.
But did he accept?
Did he accept that I will run for Senate for once? I never had any discussion with him or had an agreement signed with him. I'm telling you that this
was a proxy, not directly with him.
Yes. And in the process now, they have gone to forge a document that is not what I have an understanding.
So you think that the governor is behind this document?
If he's not behind it, then who is bringing it out? Look, Shehu, I have refused to, you should know me by now. I have played politics at the highest level. I was one time the deputy national chairman of CPC. At the time Tony Momo was sick, I consummated the merger that brought APC nationally. I didn't join. Where was Abdurrahman Abdrazak then? Where was he then? He was in PDP then, fighting against us. So I know what I've paid. It is not an easy decision for me, but because it's a collective decision that we must stop these shenanigans.
What if Abdrazak beats you?
Shehu, I will have won that election 12 o'clock before 1 o'clock.
You beat the governor
by the grace of
in
God.
the senatorial?
Yes. It will be one election. Nigerians will be waiting to see the result.
Give me a moment. We need to go on a break. But when we come back, there are fundamental issues here. And you want to ask, what exactly are the people of Kwara State on the receiving end of it? What exactly is going on in Kwara politics, which invariably Kwara sits in the center of all of this. And you know, historically, Kwara is a very crucial, it's a meeting point of some sort in Nigeria's politics. And I'll tell you more about that after this break, everyone. Join us again. Thank you everyone for staying with us. Yeah, it's Nigeria's politics, but Kwara seems to be the focal point in our conversation tonight. One of those who have now abandoned the APC sheep and moved on to the PDP. And it does look like there might be a convergence of some sort in the ambition of those who are in both parties, the PDP and the APC, because some of them are saying it's a rainbow coalition and they're working for President Bola Tinubu's re-election. Senator Salihu Mustapha is very aggrieved with the handling of the political ongoings in the APC in Kwara State, and he's left the party, moved to the PDP. Senator, thank you so much indeed for joining us tonight. There are those who will say, you live in the APC, they will say, what have you really done? What is the benefit of the Kwara Central people in your 3 years or so being their senator? What thing, that tangible thing, would you say the people have benefited from your being their lawmaker?
Thank you very much for this question, Shehu. And I'm sure Channels was one of those that promoted extensively one of the major empowerments. No legislator has done it before. 10 brand new tractors for farmers within my senatorial district. Enough tricycle, farming tricycle. As chairman of Senate Committee on Agriculture, I felt one of the best ways to support this present administration is increasing production. That is one of the best ways to get out of poverty. I don't think any legislator did the kind of direct empowerment I did in areas of mechanizing our farming sector in Kwara, especially Kwara Central. Now, Shehu, I'm sure if you go to Ilorin today, you will see the handwork of what I have done in terms of electrification. There are communities that had not seen electricity, not because there was no electrical infrastructure, but they needed one or two things to be done for them. Transformers, step down, all these are part of what I've done. Go to Budu Egba, I'm building another medical facility there, presently now. Go and see all the schools. And if you remember very well, or if you recall, especially Kwara Central, a lot of people forget that one of the form of education we have is the Islamic schools. People neglected it. And I felt, look, if this is what our people hold very dear, let's make these infrastructures a better learning facility for them. We have renovated quite a number of them. Go and look at the recent approval by Mr. President of the bridge. That's the, sorry, the name just skipped my head now, where a lot of people have been, there was supposed to be an intersection there, and it has claimed lives upon lives. It has been approved. It's part of my work. There will be a proper intersection there and also overhead bridge there. Now, I've done some feeder roads around. And one of the problems I had with this present administration, immediately we came in to office, was that I was trying to do a road in his own constituency without getting approval from him. And I felt that I've not seen where it happens, that something is coming from the federal budget, is coming to your state, and you, a state governor, that you don't have enough resources, you are denying that project. If I had taken that as an opportunity to escalate some kind of rift with the governor, then people would say, I'm too troublesome. I allowed it because nowhere does a state or a local government budget overrides the federal budget. A federal budget that has been signed into law by Mr. President. Project has been captured, properly funded for us to move to site to complete. There was a story all over in the news then. A medical facility in the local government was in the budget, properly captured with its ARP number. They moved to go and start this work. The local government chairman came and said the governor and said they should stop it, that this local government facility is under him. We cannot do it. So I have not seen where people will lose opportunities like this, where you are bringing, everybody wants more for their state. You want people to attract, you want your legislators to attract whatever they can to the state. But in our own case, somebody is trying to stop or block so that tomorrow they will say, Mustapha did not do anything.
You want to be the senator yet again, but this is a senatorial district of Kwara State that has almost half of its people living in multidimensional poverty. 42% of the people in that state, that's almost 530-something thousand people, are multidimensionally poor. The question is that why should the people looking your way? What will characterize your boldness to want to go back to them to say you want to be their senator again?
Thank you very much, Sheon. Sheon, I think at this point, let us also help to educate the people and let us create the proper narratives. I'm a lawmaker. What I should do is to make laws that will benefit the people, and I'm doing that effectively here. The governor is the person you should be asking this question. Why are people living in poverty? Not the lawmaker.
In your senatorial district.
Yes.
You are responsible, you are the mouthpiece, you are the representative of the people in that state.
Yes.
And if you are there to be elected to make their lives better and their lives are not better, you have the confidence to go back to them.
100% I have the confidence, because as a lawmaker, my primary responsibility is lawmaking.
But,
you see, when
there are lots. There are more poor people in your senatorial district.
I agree with you.
What have you done? And what research have you done to make their lives better?
And that is why I said this question should be more appropriately for the governor. He is the governor of the entire state.
You are excluding yourself from the blame.
Sheon, there is no
take responsibility for the poor.
No,
you are a rich man living amongst poor people. Sheon, half of the people in your senatorial district are poor.
Let me help you again. And this is not just to you. It is to every journalist. Not just journalists. Every person should know that a lawmaker's work is not the one that will create the infrastructure, the enabling environment, the commerce in the state or in the... Do I have a budget for that? I don't have a budget for that.
Are you government or not?
I'm a legislator.
Are you government or not?
I'm a legislator.
Are you government or not, Senator?
Sheon, you know better, you're a lawyer. I'm a legislator, and my primary responsibility is lawmaking and oversight.
But are you government or not, Senator?
Of course, I'm in the ruling party.
No.
As at now, but I've moved.
Are you in government or you're not?
So, your question is not directly going to get the kind of response you
cannot
want from
escape the blame that more of your people are poor, Senator, because you are their representative. Do you accept the blame that you are one of those responsible for the people? They voted because they have hope that you change their lot. But there are more people that are poor
and I'm correcting you, Sheon. I accept that there are poor people in my senatorial district, and I'm telling you that it is the work of the executive, the governor, to create enabling environment that will help them to have sense of or some means of livelihood. As a lawmaker, once you are elected as a lawmaker, you become the senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are coming here to advance.
Have you fought for people not to be hungry? Have you fought for people's lives to be?
Yes. Have
you heard your voice on the floor? Have you gone to the governor to complain that your people are poor for them to be taken out of
I just told you something earlier. This is a governor who does not have the courtesy of sitting down with the legislators from his state to even rub minds that I'm trying to do this. What do you people say about this? Or do you have any idea?
Well, your party promised that you're going to make Kwara better.
Yes, we did then.
Almost 8 years ago.
We did then.
That was the campaign.
But he has failed us. He has failed us. That is why we have moved. So, in a state where you have me, you have Senator Oloregbe, S.A.N. Dele Begore, S.A.N. Jawundo, Ambassador Yaya Seriki, Senator Lola Shiru, Senator Sadiq Umar. These are all. None of us is good enough. None of us can be part and parcel. There is no governor today in Nigeria who came and said he wants to remove the 3 senators. He wants to remove 5 out of 6 House of Reps members. He wants to remove almost 20 or 18 House of Assembly members. You are from Kwara. I don't need to tell you this. You know it and you've done your research. No governor has done this. So what is the benefit of bringing new faces to Abuja? How will Kwara benefit from it? You want people that will come to Abuja today, before they learn their way around Abuja, before they even know the workings of the National Assembly, it's already 3 years. So what will they be able to promote on the floor?
But you people say that you tried and approached President Bola Tinubu to intervene in this matter. Were you successful in doing that?
Well, Shehu, the president is a father to all of us. And in a situation where one side is being adamant, that's the governor's side, what do you want the president to do? The president knows that we are all for him. And he will not take one side against the other side. And that is why he had always said the party should please look into this.
With what is going on, what some of you on your side are saying that APC is a gunner in Kwara State?
Not at all. Like I told you, President Tinubu will even garner more votes this time around for himself.
But at the state level, Tinubu will win at the national.
Yes.
But at the state, APC is a gunner. That's what some of your supporters are saying.
We want to reset the political mood in Kwara so that not Abdurrahman or not Saliu Mustapha, anybody that comes there or that finds himself there again, will not take everybody for granted. And I can assure you, Shehu, that this election we are going for, we will have defeated Abdurrahman Abdrazak by 12 o'clock, long before.
At the senatorial or at the central? At the governorship?
In the state and also in the senatorial. We will have defeated him.
So once again, Bukola Saraki will come into prominence.
Now, Shehu, let me give you this analogy. Like I told you, Bukola is not on the ballot. Bukola is not contesting for anything. Bukola is
He's been out of power for 15 years.
Yes, and Bukola is supporting President Tinubu. Do you know why? If not, Bukola will have gone with his natural allies. That's the ADC, the Atiku workers and others. And they are making, he will have gone with them. But he decided to join the weakest faction, which is 100% supporting President Tinubu outside APC. That's the #1 party supporting President Tinubu. So for me, I think if he has sacrificed this, let's leave Bukola out of it. He is the most senior, as a former Senate president, he is the most senior person in Kwara PDP. That is why he is the leader. So let's leave him out of this. Let's now come to those of us now participating. Let's come to our individual capacity. Let's come to the crux of the matter on the ground, whereby all of us have complained, not just Saliu Mustapha. Everybody you talk to, those who have even attended the program before me, will tell you that one of the major issues we have is lack of consultation. One man wants to do everything, and he has decided that he wants to handpick those that he believes that they will be loyal to him. So was that how he got in?
I mean, is it true to characterize the situation in Kwara? Some of your supporters who say Abdulrazak Abdurrahman had destroyed the APC. Is that not an extreme language to use?
They are not wrong. They are right, 100%. So you have followed, and you know why I'm so happy? You are from Kwara. So if you are playing, do I say devil's advocate, or how do I say it now? You know very well what is happening. If Abdurrahman has concentrated in each of the local government, something that you will say is viable for our people, to even have something bringing some form of commerce around there for them, nobody will be complaining. The most important thing is we are here to serve the people. But if you decide to say you are a sole administrator, it is just your own idea, only you matters. That was not how he got in.
Can you forgive Abdulrazak Abdulrahman, or it's too late?
So what is there? This man has refused to reason with anybody. The party spoke to him. Let's have a sense of belonging of others. He has refused. How did he get there? We all suffered. I was one of those contesting against him in 2019, and I was a front runner than him.
All right.
He met us in the party, and we supported it just because we wanted
so this
to
fight
move Kwara forward.
Is to the finish line.
So we just want to reset the Kwara political mood, and then let us go back to the drawing board so that anybody that finds himself, he or she there tomorrow, will not take anybody for granted.
Senator Saliu Mustapha, Senator representing Kwara Central in the National Assembly, and now in the PDP after abandoning the APC. Thank you so much.
Sorry again, I will correct you. I did not abandon the APC.
But you have left the APC.
It is a collective understanding. I'm representing the group in PDP so as to reset what Abdurrahman thinks he wants to do in Kwara.
Thank you so much.
We are all supporting President Tinubu, and the Honorable Minister of FCT, I've told you, it's a rainbow coalition that will give more votes to the president.
Thank you so much. That's our show for tonight.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Wakimale. God bless you.